Hi.
Hello.
Well, I guess it's another one of those gosh darn riddle streams, huh?
Indeed.
You know?
I'm
I've got
excited.
with me the lovely Phoebe as guest host. Hi, Phoebe. What's up?
Hello.
Anything you want to say, etc.?
Hi. That's my only comment this evening.
Oh.
I'm very excited to riddle. I'm also, as the only person on stream, I feel like I'm carrying, a lot of responsibility now to be good at guessing, and I'm definitely not going to be.
Well, Phoebe, you've got the whole chat on your side also.
It's true. So. We need some of the good guessers. Who's the good guessers? Eva's a good guesser. Who else gets a lot of them? I can't remember.
Yeah. Actually, I'd say the three peeps we have in the chat right now, all three of them are pretty darn good at these gosh darned riddle things. They've all gotten their share of riddle points and all that.
For some reason, my StreamYard was not even on the comments.
Speaking of, hi, Anya. And hi, Rose. And hi, Becca. How are you? Woot. Yeah.
I gave everyone a different wave. I hope you all feel very special.
I think you're the hand waving specialist, if I may say.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Do I get any honorary points for that?
The good old HWS,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I can put those letters after my name now. Phoebe Wood, HWS.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Hashtag HWS, right? HWS, seeing as how we're caught up in the comments and stuff, might you like to should we go ahead and go ahead with the game and get into the first riddle?
Let's do it. Hang on, what's the catchphrase? Remind me. The sooner we start, the longer we can suffer.
Yeah.
I love that motto so much.
Yeah. Look at it. Lisa, hi. Popping in for a few minutes before Porscha's stream.
Oh, man, I can't remember if this is a different wave to what I gave everyone else. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Riddle, riddle, riddle. This is not a riddle. Come on, Michael.
Don't mind me as I... What?
Yeah, don't mind things dropping off my desk. It's fine.
Let's see.
Ooh.
This is no word like sunlit or glory, but still is a part of an interesting story.
Is it glory or gory?
Gory. Sorry, did I say glory?
Yeah, I think you said glory.
I think I did too. My bad. Gory indeed.
Okay. Huh.
Yep.
Well, sunlit and gory are both adjectives. So maybe it's not an adjective, but then that still leads an awful lot of other words. There's still verbs, nouns, pronouns. There's still a lot left. What's the other one? Prepositions.
Mm-hmm.
Part of an interesting story. Is it something that we have to find in interesting story? Like there are words in there like rest and sting. That's all, I think. Okay, guess it's not either of those.
Lisa, it's not this, unfortunately. Anya, it's not this, unfortunately. Becca, it's not this, unfortunately. I'm sure you also don't mind me not yakking and stuff, giving you opportunity to think and everything.
Sure. See, if you just take the first 4 words, then my thought is this is no word. Like it's a word for no, like refusal or nope, or, something like that. But then you really can't do anything with the whole rest of the clue. So, part of an interesting story. I don't know. Chapter, scene, sentence. Inciting incident, midpoint, plot, twist. Come on, chat. This is no word, like sunlit or gory. See, I almost did it then. I said glory.
Oh, yeah.
But still is a part of an interesting story. Is the word still?
No. Phoebe, this is for you with love from Rose.
Let me do the Gen X, not the Gen X, the Gen Z heart.
Oh,
that's
my,
what a good one. That's not bad, right?
Yeah.
Gosh, this is no word like sunlight or glory. Sunlit or gory. I didn't say either of those correct. But still is a part.
Okay, it's not this, Anya. It's not this, Lisa.
Is it character? Because in the sense of single letter, a character is not a whole word, usually.
No.
But it is part of an interesting story.
It's not that.
Come on, that was a decent guess.
It was. It was more than just decent.
Is it punctuation? Something that goes into a story that's not words? Like punctuation or spaces?
No. Hi, CB. What's up? How are you?
Sunlit or gory? I mean, I guess one of the questions we could ask is what those two have in common, or whether they are just, apart from being adjectives, like, is there any point in trying to read into those 2 words specifically?
Okay, I think I'll go ahead and say those 2 particular words are not important.
Okay, interesting.
So it's kind of just there for the riddle and whatnot.
So I'm going to kind of like block that out in my brain because it's distracting. So this is no word, but still part of an interesting story. That's what I'm focusing on.
Okay. I think that'd be a good thing.
Indentation, paragraph breaks, margins, any white space in a book.
CB, I'm okay. Just redid my Nano reward chart. Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Ooh. I wish I knew what that looked like.
Yeah. It's CB, it's not this. Oops.
Ooh.
Anya still is a part of an interesting story. Pauses, stillness. Okay.
I feel like Michael's tempted to say that that's warm. Like there's this little glint in his eyes as if to say, like it could be going in the right direction.
I think the glint in my eye is more uncertainty that you're seeing or something.
But even the uncertainty implies it's not a definite cold route, you know? I feel like if it were just way off the mark, there'd be no glint. Maybe I misread the glint. Okay, Michael's just gonna like block me out now.
Huh?
Oh, page numbers. Is it page numbers?
Oh, Mama Maggie, hi. How are you?
Is it font? Is it a name? A proper noun, as it were?
Oh, CB, my reward chart is a list of targets that I have to meet during Nano, and when I hit each one, I get that reward. Oh,
and
nice.
What are the rewards? I recently rewarded myself for line editing 2 chapters in a day with a Hosier album.
Oh,
he is, and he has a fairly good poker face. Do you play any poker, Michael?
Okay. Yeah. This is actually a little bit tough for me in relation to Anya's comment here. You know what? I believe I've come to a decision. I think we're going to stop the presses.
Okay.
And we're going to give the riddle win to Anya because I don't think that any sort of related discrepancy or anything is really meaningful. I think Anya's got it, basically. But yeah, with this comment here, I think Anya's got it. We can go ahead and stop the presses. So the answer is, at least technically, a breath.
That was going to be my next guess. Yeah. Oh, I'm just glad I was right about the glint in your eye. I knew that glint meant something when you looked at Anya's comment.
And, you know, as the minutes were going to tick by and whatnot, I was going to try and give a couple small hints and sort of steer us towards like the other sort of, you know, ways of telling stories and, you know, the verbal or the oral aspect and kind of thinking of it that way and stuff. But you know, no need actually, because Anya's got it actually.
Yeah, we were definitely, you know, being writers, we were thinking of written word very strongly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well done, Anya.
Phoebe, this is for you with love from Becca.
I can read Michael's glints.
CB, I collected dice, so that could be one. I also collect Funko Pops, so that's another reward option. And so is a cup for my centerpiece wax melter thing.
Nice.
It looks like an electric plant pot. Okay, cool. Anya, this is for you with love from Becca. Woot. Mama Maggie. Breath, please explain. So yeah, let me see here. So So yeah, this is no word like, blah 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 or whatever, but still is a part of an interesting story. So if you are orally or verbally telling the story, then a part of that is going to be the breaths that you make, and as Anya says, the pauses. And I would even say that a great storyteller knows how to use those breaths and those pauses very well to sort of build interest and tension and whatnot. But yeah,
and especially a comedian.
that's true too. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, stand-up comedy also. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so much of the humor can happen in the pause between statements.
Yeah, and there's also like at least as specifically as stand-up comedy goes, there's the facial expressions and the not laughing and even the sort of acting angry, sort of like at your own jokes, and that really helps add the sting to the humor and the funniness and everything. Yeah. Indeed, indeed. And look at this. See, musicians do too. Absolutely. The phrasing in music for sure. And the breaths that you take in music for sure. Well, should we just about get into our first sprint of the stream then at this point?
Let's do it. I've got no complaints.
Yeah. I don't think I asked you there, Phoebe, what you were planning on working on for the stream.
I'm working on my CV, just adjusting it for a position that I found today that I want to apply for, and I don't know how long it'll take to adjust it, but hopefully not all of the sprints. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Right, cool. Yeah, and of course that does actually tie in with what we were talking about backstage before the stream.
Right, yeah. I wasn't like re-explaining it because I thought you'd forgotten all of that. But I was like, let me explain it for people watching who weren't in that conversation.
And I'll actually be doing some stuff for the 3-Nut stream, if I may say, coming up. Not this coming Monday, but the one after. So yeah,
nice.
There's going to be a game plan, so there's going to be some work for me to do there and stuff.
Can you reveal what the game is?
Yeah, so we're actually going to be playing a game of Mermoji Mates. Basically, it's the game that Violet created for our last 3-Nut stream just this past Monday. So, yeah. Indeed. And Mermoji, by the way, is a word that is a merging of, merging emojis.
Oh.
Yeah. So merging emojis equals Mermojis.
There's a name for that when you squish two words together. Oh, what's that called?
Or something like that. You know what I mean.
So frustrating. I really wanted to find what that word was, and I don't know even how to look it up.
Well, maybe
portmanteau.
Come to you or something.
CB. Well done.
CB portmanteau, right? Is this the word you were thinking of?
Yeah, I think it's what I was thinking of. Yeah, That's exactly what I was thinking of. Thank you. I was trying to Google like when you squash two words together, and it was trying to ask me about like, did you mean the sport squash? And I'm like, no.
Well, shall we?
Let's do the sprint. Let's
start
do it.
our first sprint, etc. Indeed, indeed. Good luck, all. Yay, that's the end of our first sprint. How'd you all do?
Hello.
Hi.
I think I've probably made all the changes I need to make on my CV, but I'll just proofread them some more times.
Ah, yes.
You know what I both love and hate at the moment for proofreading is
Okay.
the Microsoft Word like read aloud function where it just reads your work, in a robotic voice. I love it because it's really good for catching mistakes. I hate it because it keeps doing this thing. I don't know why it does it, where sometimes I click the play button and it starts reading it in like a really scratchy, like fried voice. And I'm really
Oh.
sensitive to sounds. So it like drives me up the wall. I cannot stand it. And I think it's just maybe when I don't know why it does it, because then I'll click play again or I'll click play a couple more times and it will go back to its normal voice. It's so annoying.
Right. That seems surprising to me that there would be that kind of voice available, even.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's not the most sophisticated. You can get better programs for reading stuff aloud, but obviously this is just included in Microsoft. So if you have the current Microsoft 365 suite subscription type thing, then Word should have the read aloud function, which reads your work aloud in a vaguely robotic voice.
Yeah. Okie dokie. I did a bit of work for the game of Mermoji Mates coming up in the 3 Nut stream I'll be hosting soon.
What work are you doing for it exactly?
Yeah, I'm kind of like, so I have to sort of create some lore and writing and stuff. The game is, at least right now, basically like The Bachelor, but for penguins.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so, yeah, I'll be
I love that.
creating like a bachelor or actually a bachelorette, and then six sort of suitor bachelor penguins, and they're all going to have names and characters and things like that. So there's some stuff there, and then soon also I can kind of move the work into Canva and start making up a whole presentation type of thing with the mermojis and everything of the penguins. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very sad. I'm often doing things on a Monday now because I shifted my kind of weekend. I used to spend the weekend hanging out with my mum, and now I spend like Sunday, Monday hanging out with my mum because of just other things that were happening in the week.
Right.
But I'm sad that I missed the first 3 nuts after you came back.
Well, you can, I don't know, catch it a bit on replay or something.
But then I'll be sad that I can't respond in real time and that anything I want to say is just irrelevant.
CB, I did some personal care during that sprint. Woot woot, CB.
Nice.
Language tool is great for proofreading and editing. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it free? I like free stuff. Not that Office is free, but just that I already have it anyway.
Yeah. Well, riddle number 2 at this point.
Sure thing.
Trick or treat, sheep and bleat, with whom at your door do you meet?
Love that we've got a kind of Halloween themed one. The sheep. The sheep weirdly makes me think wolf and makes me want to reference some kind of fairy tale like Little Red Riding Hood or anything with a wolf. Even though Little Red Riding Hood doesn't have sheep in it. Is there a sheep in wolf's clothing? No, the other way around. A wolf in sheep's clothing. With whom at your door do you meet? Not whom do you meet at the door, but with whom. Is that significant? The wording feels interesting. Oh no, because I guess, yeah, just with whom do you meet? Yeah, no, that makes sense. Just who do you meet at the door, right? Are you going to poke
make sure Becca made lunch and now I'm going to eat it. Woot.
Yay! What's
Enjoy
for lunch?
CB, there's a free version regarding language tool, Phoebe. CB is not little Bo Peep. And hi, Jess. How are you? Mom Maggie, my dog answers the door with me in Halloween more than ever.
Oh, I would love that if I were a kid trick-or-treating and all the pets came out.
Yeah.
I actually bought some sweets today because this is my first Halloween in this house. And so I don't know whether anyone comes to the door here to trick or treat, but I wanted to be ready in case they did.
Right.
So I actually bought some sweeties.
Mama Maggie, if you have a sheepdog or poodle, then it would look like you have a sheep answering the door.
I don't know. I mean, if you're being really literal, then just like trick-or-treaters, children, people in fancy dress.
Trick or treat, sheep and bleat, with whom at your door do you meet?
Can I ask you a question that won't get us any closer to the riddle answer? I'm just interested to know.
Sure.
You know, Halloween in the US, the costumes are often very pop culture based, and you don't have to wear a scary costume. You might just be your favorite character from whatever show or whatever book.
Right.
In the UK, it's kind of changing a little bit because of US influence, but mostly you're expected to be something scary. So, for example, I walked past a charity shop today and they were selling an Elsa costume from Frozen, but the costume had been torn away and it had like blood and like ribs showing underneath. So it's like you can be Elsa, but you have to be scary Elsa. And so I was wondering, in Canada, are you just like any pop culture character, or is it expected that you're scary pop culture character or just scary?
The whole scary aspect part isn't expected at all. So you totally could be Elsa, you know, or you know, some politician, you know, with a particularly distinct appearance or something like that. Or
who's going as politicians? Was that you, Michael, being weird, or do Canadians genuinely dress up as politicians?
Oh, it's a thing. You know, like in the United States and Canada, someone will dress up as a politician, and that'll be kind of like the hot go-to, you know, outfit for that year or whatever. You know, you could be like a bunny rabbit, also a fairy, a pirate, that kind of thing.
Surely you want to be a bunny rabbit at Easter.
Yeah, but to answer your question, yeah, the whole like gory sort of scary kind of part of it isn't like required at all around here.
Yeah, I'm not sure it is anymore here in the UK. I think it might be changing now, and I'm going, you know, based on when I was a kid, it might be different. It might be more pop culture-y now, just because we always kind of follow the US just like a decade later, usually. or a couple of decades later.
CB, on Nanoween, I will be locking the door at 4 p.m. and turning all lights off because I will be going to bed and then getting back up at midnight. Okay.
Ooh, I love a midnight nano start. I love that. Obsessed.
Mama Maggie, in traditional households, they believe they answer the door with your ancestors. Oh, right. As per the commons. CB, when I was a kid, Halloween was not as big as it is nowadays in the UK. We had Halloween parties at Catholic school.
I'm surprised they did that at Catholic school.
Yeah. So I think this is a guess from Rose. Rose, it's not this, unfortunately.
I think it might be a reference to the same person Becca's referencing. I understand it. I want to dress up as someone that I like, you know? That's just me. I want to like take an excuse to be someone cool for a day.
Yeah.
Or at least someone scary. It can be scary and cool.
So Phoebe, how are you feeling?
I was reading that last comment as referring to Orange Man. I was so confused. Oh. Sorry, were you going to try and get me back on this riddle?
Possibly.
Okay. Trick or treat, sheep and bleat. With whom at your door do you meet? Maybe a vampire because they can't come in without being invited. So they've got to knock and you've got to answer it.
Okay, it's not that, Phoebe.
Okay. Why
we'll get this one, don't worry.
I think the sheep are probably the most specific clue. Trick or treat. Sheep and bleat. I don't know. A shepherd, a farmer, a wool merchant. A sheep, a ram, a ewe, a lamb. Oh, have you seen that video of a woman who's just jogging through the woods, but there are some sheep that have escaped from a field or something, and the sheep have just started following her, and she's just a random jogger in the woods. She doesn't own these sheep, she doesn't know these sheep, but a whole flock of sheep just follows her as she jogs. And when she stops to talk to someone and tell them, like, hey, I've got these sheep following me, the sheep stop as well. And then when she gets going again, they just follow her again.
That just sounds adorable, but also believable.
Is that who's at the door?
Oh, no. It's not this, Mama Maggie. CB, it's not Aries. Rose, it's not your parent. Look at this here, Mama Maggie. Yui, answer the door. CB, sheep aren't that smart. Cute as anything, but stupid with it. Becca, I like dressing up as my favorites too. The Doctor Who outfit I made last year. I accidentally left it in the closet of the hotel at WonderCon. Oh no. Wait, what? By the time I realized it was too late. Oh no.
I would be devastated.
Sorry to hear that, Becca.
I would be
That
so
sucks for sure. Hi, Kelly. What's up? Happy Appalachian Write-a-thon. Woot.
Is it a takeaway delivery person? Because I'm always getting takeaway delivered.
It's not.
Really? Because that seems realistic for me. Gosh, who do you meet at your door? Your guest, your person you invited over, the postman, the neighbour, the who do you meet at the door?
Kelly knows all the weird and wonderful bits of Three Nuts lore. Becca, I was so bummed. The fabric was beautiful, and I found it in a specialty store in Toronto, so I can't even remake it. Oh no.
Sucks so bad.
Yeah, sorry, Becca.
Yeah, I would be bummed as well.
CB is not Robert Downey Jr. Kelly, we meet the shepherd of the sheep at the door. It's not that, unfortunately, Kelly. Okay, so Mama Maggie, as per this, a person actually, I will say. Kelly, an Irishman. Unfortunately.
Is it a news reporter wondering why you've got so many sheep in your house? And they want to write a story about it?
Hi, Heather. Hi. Okay, it's not guests. It's not visitors. It's not knockers. It's not salesmen. It's not bill collectors. Oh, look at this here. Heather.
Is the answer Halloweeny at all? Or is the answer like this could just happen at any time?
The answer isn't so Halloweeny, I will say.
Okay.
The answer's really simple, actually. If you got sheep, I still think Irishman is the right answer. Rose rhyming slang?
Sheep and bleat.
Look at this.
Pete. Feet.
Okay, we can go ahead and stop the presses.
Who got it?
Phoebe has got the right answer. So the answer is Pete. Trick or treat, sheep and bleat. With whom at your door do you meet?
I only said that because Rose
And so,
said
Pete.
rhyming slang. That's literally the only reason I said that. I think at least half my point should go to Rose.
I also love the fact that the way that your reaction to that is now immortalized on the internet.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks. I'm not sure there's anything to get apart from the fact that it rhymes. Is there?
Yeah.
Is any of it official Cockney rhyming slang, or is it just it rhymes?
So yeah, it's yeah. So the answer just relates to the structure of the riddle itself. So basically we've got treat, bleat, meat, and Pete. So hopefully, the idea is you read the rhyme, and that's the answer or the name that comes to your mind. But yeah, super simple, like I said. um, yeah. Oh, just a sec, actually. Awesome
This
job,
is my
Phoebe.
subdued clap. My clap is proportional to how much I understand / get the answer.
And look at this here, Heather. What about Keat? Short for Keaton. Woot. I think I'm getting in a bit of trouble with the chat at this point. What do you think, Phoebe? I do sincerely apologize there, Becca.
I mean, would it be the first time? I don't think it would be the first time.
Probably not. Probably not at all. Definitely not, actually.
CB's just like, I'm British. Yeah.
Shall we get into our second sprint at this point?
Let's do it. I really want to go eat one of those sweets I bought for trick-or-treaters.
Oh. Yeah. Good luck, all. And yay, that's the end of our second sprint. How'd y'all do?
Yay! Finished editing my CV.
Oh, is it a done deal at this point?
Yes, the only thing I'm going to do is send it in an email to myself and check what the email preview looks like, because on a previous version of my resume CV, I sent it to myself in an email, and the formatting on the email preview went really funky and really bad. And so I just want to check how it looks on that view in case it's weird.
That's actually good thinking, though.
Yep. But then I think it'll be all good to go.
Oh, yay. Yeah, and I kept on with stuff for the game, for the stream, totally.
Nice.
Let me just see here. Porscha popped in during the sprint. Hi, Porscha. Woot woot. We've had some, I think, some Halloween candy discourse in the chat also. And Jabria's here. Hi, Jabria. What's up? Jabria, you're just in time for riddle number 3, just so you know. Excuse me. CB, you might want to send it as an attachment as well as in the
Yeah, it's as an attachment. I'm going to be sending it.
Yeah.
It won't be in the body of email at any point, because the kind of upload submission form is not for the actual place. It's not going to be an email.
Yeah. Heather, I thought about candy and did some social media stuff.
I ate some of the sweets. I think everyone in the chat who was saying they don't buy their candy this early is very wise, and that perhaps I should have helped.
Yeah. Riddle number 3 at this point.
Yay.
How's that sound? How can a cup be filled past its top, yet only be halfway full when you stop?
Ooh, this is funny. I like this one. I don't mean funny, ha, but this is an interesting one.
Ha. Or not, ha. I mean.
Well, is it because when you stop is not when you stop pouring it in, but when you stop drinking? So, no, but then still, how can the cup be filled past its top?
CB, I took some pain pills because my hip is sore. Oh, sorry, CB.
Hope you feel better soon.
Hope you're, getting cozy and comfortable, for your Friday evening. I know you're on that side of the pond.
I can think of something being filled. Yeah. I did sort of buy this stuff with the expectation that I'd eat some myself and that some of it would be saved. I just don't know if I'm going to manage to have some of it saved.
Yeah.
I can imagine a cup being filled past the top if it's not a liquid in there. Like if you fill it with solid items, then, they can stack up past the top.
That's really, really good thinking.
And then there's also, it's only halfway full, because if it's, say, marbles or something, then there would be gaps in between them, you know? There's gaps of air between solid items if you put them in the cup. So it's not full.
Okay, yeah. And hi, Morgan. Hi. How are you?
Is it to do with measuring cups or anything? Is Morgan on an interesting line?
No, not really, I will say.
Okay. You know I would complain if it were, because we don't use that measuring system in the UK.
Oh.
You know I'd get grumpy.
Yeah. Heather, if you're dipping the cup into water, it can be filled past its top. Then when you take it out, you only take out what you want. Okay, it's not that, Heather. CP, be right back. Need a snack, and I want something savory. CP, it's not dice.
Trying to think what you put in a cup apart from liquids. Dice is a good suggestion.
Phoebe, you're already incredibly close.
Do I have to think of a specific item, though? Do I need to know specifically what's in the cup?
I don't think so. I don't think you need to have like a really specific answer, but I don't think you're quite there just yet.
Well, that's annoying.
Morgan, this is for you
really
with
good guesses.
Rebecca. Becca, this is for you with love from Morgan.
Is it with ice? But no, that would be specific, I guess.
Yeah, I've kind of come to the decision, Phoebe, you're really close, but you're not quite there yet. There's something about the riddle that I didn't actually hear you say yet that's quite important. So,
Okay. How can a cup be filled past its top? And I'm saying if you put solid items in there, then they're just going to stack up and they're not going to pour out, because you can stack them like on themselves. They're not just like water that's going to pour out. And I said
right.
It would only be halfway full, maybe, because there's gaps between the items. Perhaps. But maybe it's a different reason that it's halfway full.
Yeah, so that's really close. It's not this, Morgan.
It only be. I love the. I love all of Morgan's ideas. Like, I keep thinking every time Morgan says something, it's going to be the answer. It's not to do with melting at all.
No, actually.
Yeah, only be halfway full when you stop. If I just make pain sounds, will the answer come to me? When you stop. When you stop. Is it like you can have things stacked in there and then you're walking along with them, and then if you stop, they can fall out and then you've only got half of them?
No.
Okay.
It's not this, Heather.
you got like solid stuff in there and then it's half full with liquid as well?
No. Look at this.
Oh, nice. Is it? No, that's not along the right lines. I was just thinking, in the UK anyway, we have half pint glasses in a pub, which, you put a half pint in it, and so it's halfway full, but also you can actually go past the halfway pint and fill it all the way to the top / over the top. But I don't think that's anywhere near what you're talking about.
No, okay. It's not that, Phoebe. Yes, Morgan.
Is it when you have like a cup of stones, or it could be marbles, and you have the big ones and they can be up over the top, but then you can put in smaller ones and fill in all the gaps, and progressively smaller ones? So it's not fully full just when you've got the big ones in there.
Okay, it's not that.
How can a cup be filled past its top, yet only be halfway full when you stop? I don't know, you can fill it past its top, but you don't go all the way. You just stop at halfway because you just feel like stopping at halfway, even though you could technically fill it past the top. You got bored halfway through and you were like, let me not fill this all the way past the top. I just feel like filling it halfway.
No, it's not about getting bored.
Is it about getting angry? Is it about getting impatient?
No, Phoebe, it's not about getting
impatient.
Phoebe, this is for you with love from Morgan.
Is it a bra cup? And so a bra has 2 cups, and so you can fill a whole cup with one of your boobs, but the whole bra isn't full yet. It's only halfway full. You got to put the other boob in.
It's not that.
Really? Because boobs can spill over the top of the cup. They can totally spill over. It happens. Just saying. And instead of a cup, it's like an A cup, because an A cup is the size of a bra cup. It all makes sense. I think that's the real answer. We might have got to the point where I only have silly answers left to give. So if you want to take that as a sign to give us a clue, some kind of a hint.
Oh.
I'll just keep naming body parts if you don't. No? Okay. Is it anything to do with the wording of the clue, like the way you have, in the middle there you have it stop, if you like break its top differently? And is that anything to do with having stop at the end of the clue? Like,
No, it's not anything to do with that.
Good.
It's not a wedgie, CB.
See, this proves my point. We're just going to get sillier and sillier until you give us a hint.
Becca, I mean, Phoebe's right. If a rock or something was in the cup to block half the water, it would technically be half full. Okay. It's not that.
I appreciate being told I'm right, though.
Think about, as per what Phoebe was saying, quickly in the riddle, think about objects. Think about objects.
But you said we don't have to know, like, the specific object.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
So think about objects, but also don't name a specific object. Is it anything to do with steam? Like,
No.
It's not. Okay.
Felicia, hi. How are you? We're solving riddle number 3 at this point, Felicia. I think we're getting there.
We're trying.
Getting there, I will say.
We're trying.
I'd say.
Well, I had that one thought, and I feel like we've been on a plateau since then.
You got this, team?
Yet only be halfway full when you stop. Only halfway full when you stop. It's just, I don't know, because you can stack. You've stacked some things until it's past the top, but you could stack even more if you wanted.
Huh?
I don't know.
It's not this, Felicia.
I quite like that as an alternate way of looking at it.
Yeah. It's not ice cream. It's not the cups on its side of things spilling out.
Is it just because... No, that doesn't make any sense.
Okie dokie. We can go ahead and stop the presses. Heather's got the right answer.
That's a specific item.
With this comment here. So it's pens being put into...
You said it wasn't a specific item. You said it was no specific item.
I don't think that's so specific, but the answer is pens.
A pen is a specific object.
Being put into the cup one by one. So,
I want to rage quit. A pen is a specific item. It's a named object.
So it's like you've got your cup, right? And you start putting your pens in. And
I refuse to engage in this.
Let's say there's a certain number that represents the cup being full of pens. So whatever half that number would be, if you stop at that number,
nobody has a specific number of pens that they know
cup
fit
is
in
now
the cup,
half
and
full
they've
of
like
pens.
got a label on it that says 54 pens for this cup. That's something that happens.
But as soon as you put your first pen in, the cup's already filled past its top, right? And so you go till you fill it halfway with pens. And then you stop. What do you think, Phoebe?
Unacceptable on every level. You told me it wasn't a specific item, so I stopped thinking of specific items. I was just thinking of the general physics of general solid items.
But like in the office...
Thank you. Thank you.
You often use a cup to hold your pens and your pencils and things, right?
No. I use a pencil case. Also, congrats, Heather. I mean, congrats, Heather. But just, Michael's let us all down. We were lied to, Becca.
I feel like in this riddle stream, have some making up to do with Becca and Phoebe, among others.
Yeah, we need restitution. Reparations. I demand some kind of... He really is Porscha. He's really betrayed us tonight. I can't even.
I know. Well, I think a sincerest apology is in order at this point.
If you think I'm ever coming back,
I completely, totally, sincerely apologize. ... Let me see. Actually, just a sec. There's a couple of things that are nicely immortalized on the internet at this point with this stream with Phoebe, I will say.
Yeah. Heather, in my head, it's the boobs. In my head, it was about boobs, and I'm keeping it that way. I think at one point, Morgan gave like 3 great answers in a row, and I think I like all of them better than the actual answer.
Oh, yeah.
But my biggest gripe by far with the actual answer is that you told us it was not a specific item.
Sorry? A what? A what?
That you told us it was not a specific item.
Oh, yeah.
And it was.
Well, I mean, specific is kind of a vague thing. I guess I misinterpreted the question.
I mean, what did you think I was going to say? Like, oh, it's a yellow HB 5-inch pencil with a rubber on the end. Like, what? How specific did you think I wanted to get?
I think I was thinking it could be pens, it could be pencils. I think as Heather said, it could be paint brushes, things like that. I was thinking in that direction, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's this here?
Michael's trolling us.
Not to change the subject or anything, but should we just about get into our third sprint at this point?
I mean, whatever at this point. The night's ruined. Do what you want.
Whatever.
Who cares? Whatever.
Phoebe Writes Fiction 2023. Yeah. Yeah. Good luck, all. Yay, that's the end of our third sprint. How'd y'all do? Oh, I see.
Yeah. I was trying to find out. I need to write a cover letter. I was trying to find out who the hiring manager might be that I need to write a cover letter to, because it's always better to address it to a specific person, and it's difficult.
You got this, Phoebe. I know it. Cool, though. Yeah, I kept on with Steph for the streaming game of Moji Mates for the 3 nuts. For my stream, 3 nut stream, not this coming Monday, but the one after. Indeed. Yeah. So, how were the riddles this stream, I wonder?
The first 2 have completely escaped my brain. The first one didn't take us that long, right? Someone got that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And the second, did I get the second one?
You did.
Only by chance. I didn't really think I was getting it when I got it. So I guess that's okay. And then the third one was perfectly fine as a riddle. The way that you misled us was not fine.
Got it.
That's my official review.
Oh. Very nice. Thank you, too. CB, my favorite scene in Spider-Man Homecoming is near the end of the film when Aunt May finds out about something or other. LOL, no spoilers. Okay. Nice. I am thinking I might write a Hulk solo movie fanfic at some point. That sounds interesting. Heather, I have the art bug. I started sketching a character idea. Ooh.
Love that.
Very nice. CB, if you're not sure, could you address it as for the attention of the hiring manager only, or is that an Americanism?
I think Dear Hiring Manager is fine, but if you can find a name, it's so much better. But I worry about finding the wrong name, and then that's worse than just being vague, you know?
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Can you at all sort of make sure that you do find the right name? Like, is there ambiguity there in the on the website, or
it's just all very confusing. It's because it's a job in publishing, and you know how publishing is always like imprints within things within, like there's lots of layers of hierarchy of like brands within brands within brands of the various imprints and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I don't know if this one specific imprint has its own hiring manager, or if it's like the level above that would have its own hiring manager, or like whether I should address it to the whole overall company's like HR, or like I don't know.
Right. I hear you. I would probably just, unless I could sort of sort things out sort of clearly, I would probably, I'm thinking, just keep it on the safe side and just kind of like address it, not address it to anyone specific.
I might have to.
Yeah.
the more research I tried to do, the more I could like not even find this job listing on any other websites, which made me wonder if it's even a current job listing. So for all I know, I'm now applying for a position that was filled 2 years ago. But
yeah,
I try to avoid this one because, like, in this day and age, for all you know, it's going to someone who doesn't identify as a sir or a madam.
right. Yeah. Well, we could just about call it another gosh darn riddle stream at this point.
Nice.
Right. Thanks so much, Phoebe, for guest hosting.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll go ahead and call it a stream at that. Yeah. Thanks, bundles and bunches. Bye bye.